Hello, hola a todos. Thank you so much for joining the first lesson. Wow, I thought it was going to be live. I'm having some issues with my Zoom, so I'm going to record it and I'll get feedback. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have it live, but with the pandemic, we all have to pivot. And I know that sounds funny because everybody says that, but we all have to pivot. So today you guys are going to be engaging in a lecture where we are going to be learning the pronouns in Spanish. We're going to also be learning some greetings in Spanish. And we're also going to first learn el alfabeto so we can work on our sound. So without further ado, we're going to get started. Remember that to donate to this cause, you must go on my Instagram account and you have to make sure you are clicking right here on this post, on my second post. It's my girl Johanna right there. Hey girl, thank you so much for supporting. This is again, I want to reiterate the purpose of this fundraiser. So this fundraiser is to continue to empower teachers across Washington, D.C., to ensure that we are supporting and building a more equitable educational system for all of the DC children, okay? And I'm part of Empowered Ed. I'm an opportunity fellow. And as an opportunity fellow, I am in my group, we are pushing for holistic education across DC. So if you want to know more about that, make sure you check out Empower Ed. If you're a teacher, make sure you check them out. They're very empowering. They definitely support you with everything that you want to do and say. And it's a great way to network with other teachers that love to teach the amazing children of Washington, D.C. Okay, so first things first, I want to, since it's not a live like we wanted it to be, it's okay. Hopefully tomorrow we have a live. We're going to start con el alfabeto en español. ¿Qué es el alfabeto en español? What is the alphabet in Spanish? El alfabeto en español is a little different than the alphabet in English because it has a few more letters, but nevertheless, it's very simple. And I found this beautiful source on teachers, pay teachers, hey, supporting, fellow teachers out there. I love this alphabet. I'm going to go ahead and say it. If you guys see at the very bottom, if you want me to share this with you, I could also share this with you. I love how este alfabeto, right? Este alfabeto, at the bottom, you could see that the bottom part of the letter, you have the sound. In Spanish, we see things as they sound, right? We say them as they sound. Okay, I'm Afro-Dominican and I just love the Spanish language because it helps me connect not only with the Spanish-speaking community, but also with communities that are part of romantic languages such as Portuguese, Italian, French, so on and so forth, right? And it's a great way to just be connected. Okay. My students always tell me that I talk too much before I get into it. So make sure that you are following. If I were you, I would get un cuaderno, a notebook, y un lápiz, a pencil, right? Un lápiz. I wouldn't write with a pen. You're more than welcome con un lapicero, but I would write con un lápiz y tener un borrador. That way you guys can actually write and erase since it's a new language. So we're gonna get started. La primera letra del alfabeto, letra means letter, right? Letra means letter. Letra means letter. We have consonantes y tenemos vocales. ¿Cuáles son las vocales? Las vocales en español son las siguientes. Tenemos la vocal A, tenemos la vocal A, aquí tenemos la A, tenemos la E, tenemos la I, tenemos la I, tenemos la O, tenemos la U. Hay veces, sometimes people say la Y, which translates to the Greek Y, the Greek I. So 2 I's in Spanish, right? This is really important so you don't get confused. In the Spanish alphabet, we got 2 I's. We have the I Latina, the Latin I, and we have the Greek I, which is Y, okay? And you never, ever, ever say when somebody is, if you have to put a sentence in Spanish together, this is a horrible mistake to make. If you say Y, you just say I. Do not say la manzana, Y, banana. No, you always say I. It's the same sound. So let's go back. Las vocales, like I was saying, las vocales son las siguientes. Las vocales son la A. Okay, déjame ver. Las vocales son la A. I'm looking for my little. There we go. Las vocales son la A, la E, la I, la O, la U y a veces la Y. A, E, I, O, U. If you have children that are younger, that are in an immersion program for Spanish, this is probably the very first thing that they learn. That's what we learn. We learn las vocales, the vowels, las vocales. We got las vocales down. Then everything else son consonantes, consonants, right? So just everything else, right? So vamos a decir el alfabeto completo. El alfabeto completo. Let's say the whole alphabet, since this is not such an interactive live, right? I'm going to go ahead and move this a little bit. There we go. And again, if you want me to share this amazing resource with you, you just have to email me at señoritalake@gmail.com, or you can DM me on my t-shirt account, or you can send me an email, or you can comment on this video. So let's go over them together. Remember, we're going to follow the sound, el sonido. El alfabeto va así. A. Okay, I'm going to go slow. Todo lo que tenga una estrella, everything that has a star, I'm going to say. Todo lo que tenga una estrella. Tenemos la A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, Ñ, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V o V corta, W o W, X, Y, Z. Remember that you don't say Y when it's in a full sentence. You say I, okay? That's going to make sense as you move on. Also, I want you guys to know that some alphabets have CH, which is basically the C and the H together in la CH. So let's say them one more time. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, Ñ, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W o W, X, Y, Z. I'm going to say them una vez más, one more time, and then we're going to transition to the next step. El alfabeto en español. Tenemos ahora voy a usar un corazoncito. I'm going to use a little heart since we're wrapping this up. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, Ñ, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y y Z. Y si ven que si yo borro todo, if I erase everything, you guys are going to see that this is an amazing resource to use if you are learning for the first time, because you have the you have the sound at the bottom, right? A, right here. A ver si esto sirve. A, oh, aquí va. A, oh, maybe not. ¿Cómo yo pongo esto? Ok, aquí vamos. Tienen la A, B. I'm highlighting now the sound. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, Ñ, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y y Z. Ese es el alfabeto en español. Okay? Remember that if you would like to use this resource, you could definitely email me and I would be more than happy to share this with you. I love sharing knowledge, ¿verdad? Es algo importante. Perfecto. So now we have el alfabeto en español. Now, ahora quiero que sepan, want to just remind you guys, if you would like to donate to this fundraiser, make sure that you go on my Instagram account, or you can go directly to Empowered It Instagram account so you can donate. Remember, the goal is $500 by the end of November. We're going to hopefully have a live session mañana, tomorrow, okay? It's in Spanish for adults with Señorita Lake, okay? 7:30 to 8:15 East Coast time, virtual only. Ok, so ahora vamos a ir con lo próximo. Algo que yo sé que hay muchas personas que le gustan. I know a lot of people, when I was asking, why would you want to learn Spanish? A lot of people share that they want to learn Spanish so they can travel abroad. So it could become an easier experience and a more enjoyable experience. Clearly, you're not going to use the alphabet to speak to people, right? Like, what kind of sense does that make? That's just so you can comprehend the phonetics behind our beautiful Spanish language, right? Spanish is a language that is spoken across the world, right? If you speak Spanish and English, you could actually communicate with 80% of the world, I believe. I hope those statistics are correct. But I want you guys to know that if you're learning Spanish, there is not correct way of learning Spanish. Spanish comes in different variations and it comes from different cultures. We are a mixture of people from all different races. We come from different backgrounds. We have different religions. We're basically like a United States with frontiers, right? So we are all different. We have Afro-Latinos, Asian Latinos, Caucasian Latinos. You know, we have Latinos come in all shapes and forms. I am a very proud Afro-Taína from La Isla La Española. So I want you guys to know that there is not correct way of pronouncing Spanish. Also, if you are a Spanish-speaking person, nobody needs to feel like you have to be fluent in Spanish. If you live in America, your mother tongue is probably English, and that is okay. That's why we're learning. So in learning Spanish, I always take my beautiful students. They're so amazing. I really love them. They're great. I always tell them that even my native speakers, you don't have to be perfect in Spanish. You just want to be able to communicate. The grammar comes by itself, you know, with practice, obviously, but the speaking is really what we want, right? So now I'm going to move to los pronombres personales, the pronouns, right? You need to know how to, like identify yourself if you are in a situation. Los pronombres personales singulares, right? The singular ones are yo, meaning I, yo, and I'm going to write them in here so you guys can see. Yo, I, tú, you. Usted is you, but it's a very formal, and it's also for an older person, right? Usted is like, you don't say tú to your mother, or your father, or an elder. In our culture, by culture, I'm using that phrase very loosely, but in the Spanish-speaking culture, it is very important that you are using usted and not tú. I was raised in the Dominican Republic where you are not to say usted. You are not to say tú to your mother or father or grandfather or elder or anybody that is, older than you. It's a form of respect. So usted is you as well. And él is he, right? Y a ver. Y también tenemos ella, which is she, okay? So these are the singular pronombres, los singulares, right? Primera persona. So we have yo, I, tú, not formal. This is what we say, like if you're with your friend, but you do not say that, to an elder, right? So let's go. Yo, tú, usted, él, ella. One more time. I like the live session because it gives me a little energy, but I'm going to go ahead and push through. So here we go. Yo, tú, usted, él, ella. Yo, tú, usted, an elder, él, ella. Él, he, ella, she. Él is also, tiene un acento, okay? Going to move down because you guys have to know I have ella right there. Okay. Tenemos también los plurales, the plural forms, right? So we have nosotros, right? Nosotros is we. Nosotros is we. Vosotros, okay, is something that we really don't use unless you're in Spain. Ustedes, them, the others, right? Ustedes is also like vosotros, but ustedes and vosotros is the same thing. Ellos, they, over there. Ellos, they over there. And lastly, ellos, ellas, okay? Ellos y ellas, perfecto. Perfecto, perfecto, perfecto. So here I go. So let's go one more time. Let's practice one more time. Una vez más. Yo, tú, usted, él, ella, nosotros, vosotros, ustedes, ellos y ellas. Okay? Esos son los pronombres. Let me let you guys. I'm going to give you guys now just a brief intro into this. So tenemos, when you want to say, if you are abroad, I have vapor, vaporó. Esto es lo que yo uso during the winter time para que, because it gets cold and, it's anyways, vapor, it's a cultural thing. When you want to say I am in Spanish, you don't just say yo. You say yo soy. Yo soy. That means I am. Yo soy. That is, to me, the strongest phrase in any language. Yo soy. I am. Okay? Tú eres. Okay? This is the verb to be. Tú eres. This is when you're speaking to somebody that's at your level, right? Like if you're a kid, you're not gonna say usted eres. I mean, if you're like a super, like, you know, but if not, it's okay. You could say tú eres. When you are referring to an adult with the verb to be, you say usted es. Usted es. For él and ella, you would also use the same. Él es. Okay, we're not going to go into the plural pronouns. We're just going to stay there. So you have él es, ella es. So el verbo to be en español va así. Yo soy, remember this is only singular. Yo soy, tú eres, usted es, él es, ella es. Yo soy, tú eres, él es, ella es. Make sure you're pausing me so you can practice pronunciation. And send me your video. Record yourself, send it to me. Sometimes this is how my students and I learn. You know, they record themselves, they send it to me. I'm like, okay, you sound good. Take your time with the language. It's a new experience and you should enjoy it. It's fun to learn something else. If you speak another language, you belong to many different worlds, right? So let's do it one more time. We're just doing the singular. Tomorrow we'll probably add on to the plural pronouns. Yo soy, tú eres, usted es, él es, ella es. Una vez más. Yo soy, tú eres, usted es, él es, ella es. Okay? So far we have gone over el alfabeto in some pronombres, all of the pronombres, and the verb to be in español, only using the singular pronombres. We're going to go back to el alfabeto, just so we can go ahead and, I always like to like revisit, you know, so you guys can get the nice piece. So far you have learned el alfabeto y los pronombres. Let's go over el alfabeto one more time, just so we don't forget. Make sure you're pausing, so you are understanding and actually pronouncing and learning. If you have any questions, remember you can email me at señoritalake@gmail.com. For donations, go straight to my Instagram page or go to Empowered It. Remember, our goal is $500 by the end of noviembre. Gracias. Los pronombres son así. Tenemos, no los pronombres, el alfabeto. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, Ñ, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, y Z. Real quick, I'm going to give you guys an exercise that I give my amazing students. And it is my hope that you're able to send me a picture, tag me on social media. Take a quick screenshot of this assignment. Should you be able to solve it, make sure you tag me on social media and let me know if you were able to solve it. Okay? Let me know if you were able to solve it. So basically, you're going to use the Spanish alphabet to work out each of the words below. There we go. If you're able to solve it, make sure you tag me on my Instagram or Facebook. I do have a Facebook page, but it's not running yet. It's open, but it's not like, I don't have a lot of content on there yet because I'm inventing the page because I lost my other page. Nevertheless, take a screenshot real quick. What I'll do is I'm going to make it a little bigger. There we go. Take a quick screenshot. Remember, you're using this right here, and I could definitely send this to you. I got this beautiful alfabeto from Teachers Pay Teachers. I love the way it was laid out, and I decided to use it because I love color coding, and I also love the fact that they have this sound right there. So you're using the sound to work out the letters below. There we go. Now, we did that. Let's go ahead and go to just a few phrases that you guys should be able to learn by the end of this week so you guys can engage in conversation for our next lecture tomorrow. Because our goal when you're learning a second language is that you're speaking it. So when you travel or when you use it for work or when you use it in your community, right? We live in a very diverse community. We live in a very interconnected world. You are using the correct words, right? So we have, the first one is, hola, mucho gusto. Esta es una frase que se usa bastante. Hola, mucho gusto means greetings. Hello, right? Hello. Oh, no, no en blanco. Lo quiero en negro. Hello. Great to meet you. This is a great thing to say, you know, when you meet somebody that speaks Spanish for the first time and you have all of the, if you say this, it's like, wow, you are very polite. We value, well, I was raised to value people that have manners, modales, and I believe that we all have manners, right? So here we go. Hola, mucho gusto. Hello, great to meet you. Say it with me. Hola, hello, mucho gusto. Great to meet you. Okay. Now, if you want to, if somebody says that to you, you would say, oh, I mean, only if you like the person, you're going to say, el gusto es mío. It is my pleasure. Okay. Shout out to Chick-fil-A because I love how they make, my sister used to work at Chick-fil-A, you know, and she used to always say, it is my pleasure. I think that's so beautiful. El gusto es mío. It is my pleasure to meet you. It is my pleasure indeed. If I don't know you, make sure you comment. Where are you from? Who are you watching with? Now, when you want to ask somebody their name in Spanish, or if they ask you your name, you would say, to ask them, you would say, ¿cuál es tu nombre? ¿Cuál es tu nombre? That means, what is your name? ¿Cuál es tu nombre? What is your name? Say this with me. ¿Cuál es tu nombre? Okay. Now, nombre means name. Okay. You can say me llamo or you can say mi nombre es. For the purpose of this exercise, we're just going to stick with mi nombre es. Okay. To answer ¿cuál es tu nombre? You would say simply your name, but because we have modales here and we're learning real fancy stuff, we're going to use the full sentence. If I am introducing myself, I would say, mi nombre es Rosalín, right? Mi nombre es Rosalín o Señorita Lake. Mi nombre es Señorita Lake, okay? My name is, okay? Perfecto. ¿Cuántos años tienes? Next, ¿cuántos años tienes is another great question that you are asking people that you want to get to know, right? When you're abroad. How old are you? ¿Cuántos años tienes? How old are you? ¿Cuántos años tienes? Okay. You would answer, tengo años. Tengo años. We are going to visit the numbers tomorrow, so you're able to answer that correctly, okay? We're going to do numbers tomorrow. Yo tengo 26 años, right? 26 años. I am 26 years old. So you would answer, yo tengo 26 años. My age is, so yo tengo años doesn't translate directly to my age. It translates to I have this many years, okay? But it really makes sense when you say my age is, right? But it's the same concept. Now, very good, very good. ¿De dónde eres? ¿De dónde eres? Where are you from? ¿De dónde eres? ¿De dónde eres? Okay? To answer that, yo soy de República Dominicana, okay? Now, I like the second question because de dónde eres y dónde vives are two different things for some people. Yo, por ejemplo, soy de República Dominicana. I am from the Dominican Republic. Pero yo vivo, I live in Washington, D.C. where do you live, right? And you would only answer that if you feel comfortable, obviously. Where do you live? Or like you don't have to say the house that you live in specifically. You could always say, I live in this state in America. This is like if you travel abroad. Or if you speak around in somebody with your community. Vivo en, I live in, very good. Okay, all right. We are going to leave it right there. So we're going to do that much. And then tomorrow we are going to start from ¿Cuántos hermanos tienes? Because tomorrow you guys are going to be learning about la familia, los números, and we're going to do something very special, okay? We're going to learn primarily about la familia y los números and something very special as well. Vamos a ver una vez más. I want to make sure I go over them one time. When you are meeting somebody from the Spanish that speaks Spanish, you would go and say, hola, mucho gusto, which means hello, great to meet you. El gusto es mío. It is my pleasure. ¿Cuál es tu nombre? What is your name? Mi nombre es, my name is. ¿Cuántos años tienes? How old are you? Tengo años. My age is, or I have this many years. ¿De dónde eres? Where are you from? Yo soy de, I am from. ¿Dónde vives? Where do you live? And I live in, that's, you know, because you are not necessarily, because we live in such a connected world now with global citizens. Sometimes we don't live where we are from, right? And vice versa. Thank you so much. Muchas gracias por estar aquí conmigo. I'm going to have this video up on my Instagram shortly. Remember, on my Instagram and on my YouTube, obviously, so you guys can see it. Remember that you have just completed your first Spanish lesson. Tomorrow we're going to, like I said, work on numbers and members of our familia. So we can actually like create something. For tomorrow's lecture, I would really, really appreciate if you guys have your laptops and a Google document open so you can share with me and I can actually support you virtually while you type, or you could write and you could show it on the screen. Quiero decirles de nuevo muchas gracias. Remember that if you want to do the assignment that I shared earlier, you're more than welcome to tag me on social media, or you can email me at señoritalake.com. So basically, we are going to close out with an alfabeto. 1, 2, y 3. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, y Z. And the assignment that I would like for y'all to tag me in is using the Spanish alphabet to work out each of the words below. Desde el 1 al 10, from 1 to 10. Muchas gracias. Mi nombre es Señorita Lake. Nos vemos mañana. Adiós. No se olvidó, y ahora todo el que se dobló, sé que se está lamentando, y ahora todo el que se dobló, mi progreso de lijito está mirando. ¿Sabe quién soy ya? La insuperable, la mami del swagger, junto a Big Trueno, produciendo demasiado duro. Toxic Grow, la máquina de cotorra. Ahí, Freestyle TV Show. Amor y paz. Nos vemos mañana. See you tomorrow.